We're not going to stop until we have a united nation among ourselves that we can call the United Hood Nation. Because we're not getting no justice from the United Nation in New York. So we got to give it to ourselves. So it's time for us to stand up. And if I have to give my life to see my people free, I'm willing to give it.
Everybody gather round and listen to my song.
Yeah, no justice, no peace. Till for rest in peace, homie. Fuck the police.
Should now take a stand. Don't run from the burdens of women and men. Continue to give, continue to live for what you know is right.
He was very aggressive. And I don't see that to be professional. You know what I'm saying? Like that one right there. Very aggressive, of course.
Everyone's free.
I can't believe this shit.
Supposed to be.
Where do we work? Where do we work? Where do we work? Where do we work? Justice for
We just keep on keeping on.
Justice for boys.
Many think that we're blown it, but they too will soon admit that there's still a lot of love among us, and there's still a lot of faith, warmth, and trust when we keep on keeping on. Before we dismiss, one thing I insist: when you have your young, remember this song. And our world's surroundings is leaps and bounds, ups and downs is reality. Teach them to be strong, and when they're grown, they can proudly imply that we were an alright guy. For all the wrong now is right. This nation's people are now united as one. And we just keep on keeping on. We just keep on keeping on.
We need a new system.
Many think that we're wrong, but they too will soon admit
We need a new
there's still a
system.
lot of love among us, and there's still a lot of faith, warmth, and trust when we keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on, y'all.
Alright, it's your boy Mason Knight. We live on the scene on 65th and Broadway. And we pretty much want to dedicate this a million hits to the family of Ezell Ford and Omar Brego, who was killed here in Newton Division. And one was shot and the other was beaten to death. And when we talk about justice, no peace, this is what from that. You know, a commemoration, a mural that was done on the behalf of Ezell Ford. So the community came together and put this piece together right behind me on the wall for this young man. Still no justice. Therefore, the community is demanding that the officers get prosecuted for the murder of Ezell Ford and Omar.
It's October 14th today, and we are commemorating the birthday of Ezell Ford. His family held an event and gathering to remember what happened to him and to mourn his death. May he rest in peace. We have footage from the actual event where family and friends gathered and spoke of Ezell Ford and the terrible shooting death of Ezell, which occurred in the summer of 2014 by the LAPD.
We gonna march on their football game. We gonna march to the African American Museum on Figueroa right there on the USC campus. We gonna shut this shit down. When there's 60 to 80,000 people that come out here, they come from Arizona State, they come from out of state, and they have a big old party in South Central, and they ignore the needs of the people. We want charges for Ezell Ford, for Omar Brego, for Carlos Oliva, for Marlene Pennant, for Tyler Woods. We want charges, and we're gonna shut it down march on October 4th during the game, during the USC game, to the African American Museum. Justice for Forrest.
I don't understand that, man. We can't even walk to our corner stores. We can't ride bikes. Just because of the color of our fucking skin. Where one black fucking police up there at, man?
Where's Phillips? Where's Phillips?
Where's one black officer?
What are talking?
I don't understand this, man. Y'all saying y'all protecting the community, but how's y'all doing that by harassing the shit out of us, man? Y'all even harass our kids that's not even gang members. That's not even gang members. Y'all think that they gang members, but they ain't none of that shit.
And I feel like Ezell Ford mother and father should have justice. They should have the right to know what happened to their firstborn child. If you guys have a heart, please understand the hurt of the mother and the father today.
Gangs go and get their gang tatted on their skin. Yeah. This motherfucker got police tattooed under his skin. That's your gang? That's your gang, huh? Yeah. I see through your sunglasses, little fuck.
Hey, bro, this is what
Okay, I'd just like to say something to
This block has always been a central part of Los Angeles. And when you have a division between the community and LAPD, it really stands out. And you can feel the tension as they fly drones and helicopters overhead. They mount up now on every car. About 30, 40 officers hit the block every time there's a call on this block. There's been people taken to jail unjustly who have, you know, probably a record but didn't do anything wrong. So we just want to dedicate 1,000,000 hits to the family of Omar Brega and Ezell Ford, and may they find justice.
The fall has already hit us hard, and we've seen another incidence of police violence. We had thought that there might be a lull, but things have definitely turned around. Brandon Dawson was recently beat up on a curbside after pulling up. There was no imminent threat of violence, but he was approached by some gang unit where he was beaten and his child was taken from him at the scene.
Okay, what happened the other night, Mr. Dawson?
Well, I was just now getting off from work, and I was approaching my grandmother's house to pick up my daughter. And I had already got her. I was just coming down the stairs to put my daughter in the car. And I had already buckled her up in the back seat, and I got in the car and was backing out when I noticed some bright lights in the back of my car, and I got out to see what they were. And it was the police telling me to get back in the car, and I'm just trying to see what's going on. They kept telling me to get back in the car while the officer was reaching for his gun, so I just got back in the car and just drove off just to park around the corner so I could take my daughter to my grandmother's. And when I was doing that, they was trying to prevent me from getting to my grandmother. They wouldn't let me enter the building or whatever.
And at the time, you had your
I had my 7-month-old daughter in my hand in a car seat, and they just was trying to take her away from me.
Now, you have no criminal past, no criminal record at all. You basically were following the commands of the officers. What happened when the struggle ensued with your daughter? Where did she end up?
Well, when I was trying to enter the apartment, that's when an officer came from behind me and grabbed me, and then another one in front of me snatched my daughter away. And then that's when everything escalated from there, and next thing I know, I'm getting approached by more officers and them trying to put me on the ground, and they got me on the ground.
Do you feel you had to protect your daughter at that time?
Yes, but I mean, cops with guns, I can't even trust them no more.
In most cases, some people feel like if somebody does something wrong, then y'all should step up and say, hey, we don't get out like that. Those are the mistakes of those two officers, and they should be punished for them. And then along with that, Tony Muhammad has been doing peace rides throughout the community. And when I say peace rides, we're not just talking about riding through in a low rider or a bike. This brother's coming through the community, and he's jumping out at these candle lights where people were murdered and slain, and he's talking to the families, and he's pleading with them to come together at this time because it's a recession.
I'm here with Minister Tony Muhammad this evening, and he has a United Peace Day coming up. It's a peace ride, and it's on October 26th, which is a Sunday. Can you tell us about the event? What's going to go down that day?
Yeah, well, this is our second annual peace ride where we host what is called the United in Peace Day.
Okay.
For 2 years, we've been riding to bring peace and to start a peace movement in the greater Los Angeles area. Well, this particular ride, we've invited Michael Brown's family, Trayvon Martin's family is coming out, Attorney Crump, Ezell Ford's family. We have entertainment from J Electronica, a group called Overdose, Anu, Medusa. So it's going to be a great day where we're going to ride for peace, and then we're going to have a day of edutainment. We're going to educate people on peace and entertain them.
Okay, great. And do you expect a big turnout? How many people do you think will be there?
Well, Power 106 now is the banner radio station with Big Boy.
Oh, great.
It's free, so we're going to get a lot of radio coverage. We're expecting well over 15,000 people to show up to this event.
Wow, okay.
That's the goal.
Wow, that's amazing. And can you let folks know the time and place to be on October 26th?
October the 26th, you're going to want to be at the Great Lamert Park. It's going to start, the bike ride will leave Lamert Park at 2. The festivities, the Upfest, will start at 12 noon and it'll end at 6 p.m. We're going to start at Lamert Park and end at Lamert Park.
Okay, great. Sounds like a good day. Nash and I will be there, A Million Hits, and we're looking forward to it. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and thank A Million Hits. And I'm asking everybody who's listening to the sound of my voice, you definitely should support A Million Hits.
You don't need to be a leader to make a change. You don't need to take a big stand in front of everybody. All it takes is being aware and informed about what is going on, and to show that you care any way that you can, even in the smallest of actions. I'm Megan Lee, and this is A Million Hits. We are coming to you in the fall of 2014, and we'll see you next week.
Everybody gather round and listen to my song. I've only got one